Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Starr and I'm a light renegade, part of a collective of Pleiadian beings, bringing you information from beyond the veil. Hi everyone, we are back in the thick of it again, and yeah, I think I felt like this was coming. I wasn't entirely sure when, but yeah, the time has come, everyone. The truth is ready to be revealed, and all the spaces that I've been researching, everything is all coming to a point of understanding and reference for me. There's some things I'm not allowed to speak about just yet, but I will when I know everything. And it's a big one, everyone. If you find yourself here for the first time, I would suggest going back to the beginning of this series, or starting with something that might be a little bit lighter for you in the spaces with Diana or the Anunnaki or the Galactic Federation, Galactic Alliance channelings, just because this might not make sense to you. However, there are going to be some that find themselves here for this first message, and this is going to make a lot of sense to you. You're going to know that you are supposed to be here and that this is your fight. It is a fight again, everyone. We are back to battling. We are back to calling this something that we are... yeah, we're having to fight for. A very brief interaction with Jay, but there is more representatives that have come forward that I'm working with very closely, and yeah, a lot of change my end. There's a lot of different spaces I'm entering, a lot of different understandings that I'm being allowed to enter into, and this was not what I was expecting. This was not what I had anticipated in terms of my own self and where I find myself going. So yeah, bear with everyone, because I think this is going to be quite a bumpy bit in the road. And some of you, I think, have already been feeling this, and there is definitely something happening with the divine masculines at this time. There is something that is really being tested within you, and I've been feeling this in my other spaces. And I actually did a video today calling in Mother Mary, and this all makes a lot of sense to me now, but I'll speak a little bit more about this at the end. But today's message from Jay was called that the time has come, and he started with, "Hello dear souls, I'm back again with some earth-shattering news. The time has come for the full truth and nothing more. I know to some this will seem unimaginable, and it is going to take great discernment to understand the fight we have within self, wanting to deny the truth. You all see it around you every day, in those spaces you wish that you didn't, in the corners of your eyes. That strange smell you receive from time to time, that bizarre interaction from a fellow seemingly normal human acting out in chaos and disorder. Murder, violence, death, over and over and over, is drilled into your spaces and used as a form to control. You have been manipulated since birth, and this is where we find ourselves today. You are constantly fighting a battle to keep you seeing the truth. In each space you enter, there will be someone, something, an idea trying to pull you off track, trying to sink you back into spaces that feel safe, that feel comfortable, and that do not rock the system. Be very aware at this time. Whom you come into contact with, what is their agenda? Why are they by your side now? Those in the dark know who are in the light, and they will do all that they can to pull you back. Be vigilant, be aware of your own energy and aware of your power. Sit with self and remind yourself of your true power and knowing each and every day. You must build up strength now, as there is a war waging. You will have to fight for your freedom, your light, and your love of this planet. This fight is within you. Each day you decide not to meditate, not to listen to that word of advice from a friend or family member that you trust. When you decide to eat food that you know will make you feel guilty because you know that it is bad for your health. When you decide to slip back into old vices instead of turning within and looking for your own light. You have reached a part in your journey where you will have to decide just how far you are willing to push for self, for the future of this planet, and for your growth. This will not be comfortable. You will be pressed, tested, and fought against. There will be those that will not want to align with you any longer. They will not want to believe in what you see, sense, and feel. It will be overwhelming for them. You must be prepared for this. The cracks are beginning to show. Those who are ready to move forward into the fullest light of love, and those that wish to stay in the darkness. This is a choice. You will continue to have to choose a path that aligns with your highest good, your innate knowing and beliefs at your core. This dear one has already come up against spaces of prejudice and slander in her journey, from those that wish to not see her light, and this is only the beginning. On a mass scale, you will see this come to the surface. It will be undeniable. You will witness it all, the falling of an empire, and you will have to stand strong. I leave you with this short message today. I will be back tomorrow with much more. This is the time we have been waiting for. The truth is ready. The truth is ready to be revealed. All my love, Jay. This has come as a shock to me. Everyone, to be honest with you, I have to be honest with that. It has come as a shock just because I have been allowed to be in such light over the past, week and a half, 2 weeks or so. It was very much pulling a lot of light into me, and I think that was just to build up my resolve and remind me of the light that does exist, because I'm going to have to go into the darkness again. And this message of, things are happening for me and not to me. And some of you know, we all know of my struggles already on this journey, and I just couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand what was happening, why it was happening, and it's been very, very difficult in my personal spaces. I have come up against a lot of conflict, a lot of friction, and it's been very difficult to stand in my truth and my knowing and continue to be doing this journey and to be fighting for what I believe in to be true and what I believe myself to be, know myself to be in my own power. And it's been it's been a constant battle with that one, but now I'm starting to understand why that is, because it's only the beginning. And I felt like I lost the only thing that I cared about in this world, and now I understand why that had to happen, because there's nothing else for me to lose at this point. And that means that I fight, with a clean slate. I fight I'm fighting for something that I know is right, and there's nothing more for me to lose at this point. So, I come from a very, it's not a neutral space, but a space where there's no question for me to do this or not, because I have nothing to lose, and I know that might seem morbid, and it sounds morbid when I say it out loud, but it makes the most amount of sense to me. It really does, and it's allowed me for a new layer of perspective on everything. And yeah, I'm ready. I feel strong enough. I feel very ready for what's to come. Yesterday was something that I've never experienced before in my life, and I thought, oh, okay, this is where we are. This is huge, and this is going to take a lot from you, everyone. This is going to take a lot of will, strength, and desire for your sovereignty and your power, your innate power, and for you to really dig deep at this time and know yourself and your worth and honor who you are at your core essence. And many of you are lying from not being from planet Earth. It's time to really claim that. It's time to really claim that power and call that power in, and those beings that you align with, it's time to really strengthen that. And I think this is going to be the main focus for at least the next week. I think Jay's going to be coming in every day, and the other spaces are going to have to take a little bit of a back burner with Rico, and I think the Anunnaki are going to come in, but I think right now it's about gaining strength. It's about standing fully in your knowing and in your power. And I'm going to be creating meditations and spaces for us to really come together and stand strong, because I now realize that we are going to have to come together for this, everyone. We're going to have to really rely on each other and our knowing, and for this space to be true, because there aren't many spaces out there, as you all know, on a mass scale that aligns with our truth, what we're fighting for, what we believe in. And it's like I can see the crack in the earth. I can see the crack. I can see the fault line, and it's just massive. I think the gap that is needing to be bridged for everyone to come into alignment is huge. And this is where the long game comes into play. This is where those many years ahead to bring everyone into alignment comes to play. But I'm seeing timelines where everything is already happening. I'm in spaces where we are fighting beings of a darker nature. We are fighting them, and it is very much happening right now. So be very vigilant, be aware of your dreams, everyone. Please be aware of your dreams, and make sure to be protecting your energy in the ways that you know how. And I'm going to be doing more on bringing some confirmation there, more ways to protect your energy and align you with your highest light as well, because it's going to take great discernment, I think, moving forward, everyone, to understand where you are in your journey and what might be coming up against you to pull you back from your true knowing. I think we're in the pressure cooker now. I think the heat is being turned up, and the only way is through, and it is going to be a fight for you to stand in your knowing and to not slip back into old habits, into old ways of being. And there is something tugging so strongly at the divine masculine right now. I can really feel it. And if there are divine masculines in your family, in your friendship groups, in spaces where they need support, now's that time to reach out to them. Now's that time to support them, because there is something happening with the energy that is pulling us away. And I think this is very much going to align with this idea of twin flame ideologies. I think there is a massive push for that gap to be widened at this time. I really feel that. And you will know if these messages align for you, but if you find yourself here, there is some part of you that knows all of this to be true and that believes what I'm having to say right now. But I think it's going to take some time for it all to sink in. I think that hearing everything point blankly as the truth and us knowing it is something very different. I think sometimes when we hear the truth and it aligns with something that is painful, it's difficult to hold on to it. I couldn't hold on to I couldn't hold on to my reality, my true reality, what I believe to be true. Anything that was coming in that was really hitting spaces of trauma, it was just like kicking me out of the system, kicking me back into safety, kicking me back into not wanting to listen to my guides. For one, that was something I was really struggling with when I was really, really in a lot of pain, with feeling very fragmented and just very confused in what I was supposed to be doing. It was so hard to pull my knowing, to pull my strength in, to pull my guides in and to listen to them. There was a part of me that was just shutting them off, and those darker forces were coming in and making the voices quieter and quieter and harder for me to pull in. And I was really having to dig deep. I was really having to know that I needed to just soften and to listen to that voice. It was painful. These voices were coming in and telling me things that I didn't want to hear, truths that I didn't want to hear, because it was painful. And this knowing of just how dark we are in some spaces is really traumatizing. Hearing of children and all things like that, you just don't want it to be true, because it is so painful, and you can't believe that there are world leaders that are aligning with this. It just doesn't make sense yet. This is where we find ourselves, everyone. I would say start to be living very simply. If you can, be taking as much time as you can for yourself and for those you care about, and staying away from media as much as you can, and making sure that you are doing things that align for your highest good. I know we say this time and time again, but it's so easy to slip off track, and keep those spaces of light where you can. I'm very much trying to align with my highest light, as well as knowing that I'm going to have to step into more darkness again. But I feel very strong. I feel very able. I'm very aware of my own energy and my power, and I feel the most strength that I've ever felt in my life. And you've all witnessed me grow here, and I couldn't be in any more capacity of my innate Pleiadian self, and all my lifetimes as different beings, different entities of strength. And I feel very safe and supported, but I know that this is going to be the fight of my lifetime. So I'm preparing for that. I am being prepared for that. I am being prepared to go into spaces that I didn't think I was going to have to, but I'm there. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm just I'm just taking it all in, everyone. It feels very, it doesn't feel real. I said in one of my earlier videos, I think last week, that everything I'm having to process things like everything's a video game, because somewhere, this is all too unbelievable. And I think that is how a lot of you are going to feel. So take that time to sit with this. Jay's going to have a lot more for us this weekend. I'm very grateful, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to bring those other energies through that I'm aligning with, but I'm not sure. We're having to be very careful about what I'm sharing at this time, because there's some spaces that aren't wanting to be made known, because they are doing work undercover and all of those types of things. So we're having to be careful. I'm sharing as much as I can, everyone. And, I think energetically a lot of you are picking up on this anyway. So trust in your knowing, especially at this time, especially divine feminines. And if you are in a space of bleeding, if that's something that you still go through as a process, really try and tune into the power of that. There is very much a strong energy aligning with that, and this idea of it being a blood offering as well in divine light and divine love. There's something in that too. So if you can make offerings to the ground with your menstruation, please do. And have the intention of strengthening yourself, your body, your bloodline, your feminine energies, and healing Mother Earth at this time. There is something within divine feminine energy that is going to have to be very strong right now. And there's something coming. I can feel it, everyone. So just be aware, please. And I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and call in those that you trust, call in the angels, anything that you align with light, but know that you are very, very, very much supported. But I know that we are going to have to be tested in just how much we are willing to stay in our truth, how much we are willing to fight for our power, because it's going to be taken from us. They're going to try and take it from us. So be aware of that, everyone. And, I'm feeling such strong energies come through me again. It's like I'm being pulled in two separate directions. You all know that I'm harboring a lot of dark energy. It's been sat in my vessel, and this is something that I agreed to this lifetime. So I'm always being pulled in the opposite direction. And especially now when I'm trying to share these videos, I can very much feel it within me. So be wary of that too, if that's a space that you find yourself in. Getting into bodies of water, getting into nature as much as you can, those intentional baths to cleanse any negative energy that may be around you at this time, and standing in your knowing of just how powerful you are and just how capable you are of this fight. And this is why you are here, this is why you came here. And align with the light where you can, and do try and keep a smile on face. I'm most definitely going to try and do that. And Yeah, I'm ready, everyone, and I know that you are too. So thank you again for being here, for all of your support, and I feel your energy, and I couldn't be more grateful. But I think that's all for tonight. Try and get as much sleep as you can, everyone. And you know, a lot of us are still doing a lot in our astral time. It feels like I'm not sleeping at all, but I'm trying to take my spaces of rest when I can. So if you align with that too, please do that. Please listen to your body and what it needs at this time, because we're having to really strengthen. So tune into that too, everyone. But that's all from me tonight, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Sleep well.